Hi friends, this is Marge or Margie, and this is Imagine Over 50. I have been having some issues with my health, which is why I haven't done any podcast or anything like that with you for close to a month. But my health is fine, finally, and I have just been actively working on my travel business. So Imagine Over 50 began, in late December, and what happened was I lost my job. And I was there for close to 21 years. And I went through the motions of grieving, upset, crying, going boo-hooing. And I decided to do something for myself. And for me, it's been about travel. I love to travel. I love to see the world. I love everything about the world has to offer. I'm interested in learning about people's stories because you know what? Each one of us has a story of some sort, don't we? And yeah, I wanted to learn. And the more I learn, the more active I'm starting to get. And yeah, I like that. So Imagine Over 50 was created. So for those who have lost their jobs, trying to find something in this market, good luck with that right now. The market, I don't know what's happening, but a lot of broadcasting stations are laying people off left and right. And I'm not comfortable with that, and that's probably one of the reasons why I decided not to really go activate myself into finding a new job. I have been listening to Avi Kaplan. He's the bass for Pentatonics, and he decided to go on his own. And let me tell you, his music, oh my, it puts you into a southern smooth kind of jazz kind of thing. He does his own stuff and it just sounds great. So I have a new microphone that I'm trying. I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to give it a shot and we're going to see from there. So when you are job searching and you feel so frustrated that you can't find something, it happens. So instead of putting yourself down, I want you to remember these things, okay? 1, I'm intelligent. 2, you're worthy. 3, you're intelligent. And 4, you are resilient. That is my favorite thing I've been putting myself through as well, because it matters what you do. It matters how you feel about things. It matters, and it matters. Your story is just as important as everybody else's. So don't let somebody tell you that anything different. But I have been active with my travel agency, and what that is I've been doing a destination wedding and honeymoon. So I'm getting into the romance travel kind of thing. And what I like about that is the fact that my husband and I just celebrated 28 years, and I want to hope that I can celebrate the new person's adventurous life. That's kind of stuff that's my mind. So, yeah. So, what caused my health to be a concern when I was in the hospital? Well, it turns out my heart was perfectly fine, but I had to go through all the stress tests, the heart stuff, all that good stuff. So that was all right. But then when I had, still wasn't feeling great. And the doctors were trying their best to understand what was going on. Let me tell you, spending a weekend at a hospital is not my favorite thing to do, nor is it my favorite thing to do when you call 911 because you're feeling chest pain. And immediately the EMS people are like, well, maybe you're having an anxiety attack. No, I wasn't having an anxiety attack. Something wasn't quite right with me, but I knew it wasn't an anxiety attack. And I really wish that your EMS people or your fire department take your concerns really well. Yeah. So it turns out that my stomach The esophagus part, the part that when you're eating you swallow and everything like that, is quite raw. Very raw indeed. And yeah, so I have been dealing with that sort of stuff, which is why I've been in and out of the hospital for the month of January, or for the month of July. My word, January? No, I don't want to look at that again. But it's like why I was in the hospital on and off for the month of July, between that and surgery, and yeah, it was just a big deal. And they also wanted to find out why I was having kidney issues. I get kidney stones like a matter of, oh, got a kidney stone. You know, I just know my body too well. But isn't it suck when somebody dismisses your complaint? It did me. I was like irritated to no end, but I handled it with grace, which is what you can do when you're over 50. Just be grace. Just have grace, you know. There's no sense of complaining about everything, because really, what's it going to do for you? But I did make sure I said something to my doctor about the EMS and treating people like you're having an anxiety attack, or maybe you're imagining things or whatever, but you're not. It's your body. You know your body the best. And for someone to tell you, oh, it's nothing. No, I'm not nothing. I'm a human being who wants to be taken care of. So I handled all that. But yeah, so my travel agency, as I said, I'm being a romance travel specialist, but I'm also doing cruises and travel packages for anyone over the age of 45. Your curiosity is going to be piqued, which is why I'm suggesting meeting your inner child, you know? And I hear people saying, what does it mean, your inner child? What do you mean? Your inner child is the one where you had to learn how to be creative. You learned about the world. You may have seen struggles. You may have not seen struggles. You know, all of that good stuff. So I happen to be in touch with my creativity, my intellect, and my curiosity about what's happening in the world. So that's it, you know. What can you do? Anywho, if you really want to know about what I do for travel, you can just simply visit my travel website at travelwithmcnellis.com, and that will show you everything that we do. So between cruises and organizing trips for anyone, it keeps me going. But there's a lot of background stuff that most people have no idea what we do. And so I've got to learn that in order to pass that information on to a client. So, but I had a client who called up and they were all set to go to New York City, but oops, they couldn't get the time free. And if anyone knows about New York State, you got New York City, and then you've got the rest of the New York. You know, it's just how it is. And yeah, so, but the couple wanted to go from New York City to Niagara Falls, which is close to a 9-hour drive. So I'm like, you want to travel for 9 hours to see Niagara Falls? Okay, well, let me tell you how that is, how long the drive's going to be. And so I had it all set up for the client. I did all the research. I enjoyed doing the researching. That was kind of fun. And yeah, she just found out she couldn't get the time off, which is horrible, I know, but what can you do? Anywho, for those of you who are struggling to find a new job in this kind of market, I want you to say, you know what, relax. I know it's tough. I know it's hard. But you know, you got to remind yourself that you're strong, that you're worthy, that you are intelligent, and that you are so resilient, you know, and we go from there. But I have been doing some writing through Substack about Imagine Over 50, and I just find it's important to be yourself. And for anyone wanting you to be somebody else, just don't. You know you. You know, I don't know you. You don't know me. But together, we work out, right? So subscribe to Imagine Over 50. Check us out on Facebook at Imagine Over 50. And we have a community support group. No one seems to be putting themselves in there yet, but what that is just a dedicated page. So if you want to say, hey, I'm feeling XYZ and I don't know how to handle it, you know, feel free to put it into the Facebook page where it's quiet. People can't see what you're feeling, and you can go from there. In the meantime, also subscribe to our channel. Email me at imagineover50@gmail.com. And I'll be doing some more podcasts now that I'm feeling better. And there we go. Until then, I want you to have a wonderful day. Bye.